Hey y'all, I just landed in Canton, Ohio. I am in my hotel. I landed in Cleveland and drove to Canton. It was a long travel day, but I'm here. I'm excited. Tomorrow will be the Athlete United Conference. I'm so excited to be there. Shout out to Classye James, who has put this all together. My panel, the Athlete Development Panel. I'm on the panel with Brooke Blaine, TB. Shout out to TB, Reggie Calhoun, Rashard Hall, Antonio Boone's gonna be our moderator. I am really, really excited. We're gonna talk about athlete development. We all have some form of expertise in athlete development. I'm just really excited and honored to be a part of this panel. This is supposed to be a follow me around day in a life behind the scenes video, whatever it is. Hopefully I remember to record. We'll start with probably breakfast tomorrow, but really excited to meet other panelists. And I'm just really excited. This is great work that Classy's putting on. I hope you all check the link there in the show notes to find out more, to support Shakeout Inc. But I'm excited to represent Beyond the Field. Really excited to talk about player development and then talk to the athletes about doing what I'm doing now, how creating videos, creating blogs, newsletters, things, courses, other things like that help people with the narrative. So one thing I've enjoyed from creating all these videos is getting messages from people like, thank you, I was looking for this, I got a job, you did this, you help. And athletes have a great opportunity to bring people into their lives. Just like I pull out a lot of layers of the onion, a lot of layers of the onion with player development. A lot of athletes are able to do that with their experiences in athletics or sport. And so really excited about that. Right now it's 1:21 a.m. I think, something like that. Yeah. So I'm gonna get some sleep. The conference starts at 8, but I'm really, really excited. And I finally get to meet Brooke Blaine in person. I've been talking to me and Brooke have been working together in some kind of aspect of player development since 2018. You can check out podcasts here where she interviewed. And so I'm excited to meet a lot of people I've met in real life. To Brooke, Rashard, Reggie. Really excited to be a part and honored to be a part of this panel. I'm here excited to learn from them. So I'm excited to learn from others. It's going to be a great, great, great conference. But I got to go get some sleep. But yep, thank y'all so much. Oh yeah, also, if going back to what I said earlier, I forgot to say this. If I have pulled back any layer of player development that has helped you, please like this video. When you like the video, it helps YouTube take my video to other people like you who are interested in player development. We have a worldwide community and I want to continue to see it grow. Thank y'all so much. Check out some resources in the show notes and I will see y'all tomorrow. If I should remember for breakfast, so you can see the breakfast of champions I will eat. It's time to get some sleep, dog. I am kind of watching this Arizona State and Utah football game too. So I need to turn it off, but it's a good game towards the end. Yeah. Y'all have a good one. Hello, good people of YouTube or wherever you're watching this. It's the morning of the Athletes United Conference. I am tired. I left my home around 12:30 in Kansas City and got here in my hotel around 12:05, and or 12:15. It's not the way to travel. I didn't go to sleep till 2 because I watched that game. It was a good game. So I'm beat right now, but about to get ready. There's a breakfast registration and welcome. Hopefully I make it on time. I don't think I am because my alarm did not go off. But in future events, I'm going to travel direct, or if it would have been closer, I would have drove. I like to be in my hotel room around 6, 7 o'clock just so I can relax, get a good night's sleep. But we're about to go get dressed, and yeah, next video you'll see me. Oh, I didn't get the breakfast of champions. I went downstairs, but we're eating breakfast as I told you at the event, Pro Football Hall of Fame, y'all. Let's go. I'll see you. We're here, right here, as you can see. We got those who were inducted into the hall. How do I get this? There it is. Then my guy Andre Johnson. We got the entrance over here. So I've never done this selfie stick, y'all, but we're at Pro Football Hall of Fame. Let's go. All right, they got music playing, but we're at the conference, 3 panels down. We're about to get into lunch. So I'm excited. I think it's too loud. I might have to move this with me. But yeah, it's been good so far, learning a lot. Yeah, it's time for that lunch, dog. All right, we just finished 3 panels so far. About to grab lunch here in the Hall of Fame. It is incredible. It is loud. The DJ's playing. I'm going to show y'all a room there, but learning a lot. They've talked so far about mental health, finances, transition as athletes. And so it's been really, really good. Really, really good. Yeah, but hey, I want y'all to see some of this Hall of Fame stuff. Like, this is, I'm still like honored to be here in the Hall of Fame. Come on. Got Ronnie Lott behind me. Michael Strahan's cleats right there. Shout out to TSU. I was walking through, here's the Black College Football Hall of Fame. Y'all see Unc right there. You see Unc, the legendary Eddie Robinson. I was walking through here and my wife heard, just because she's a Chiefs fan, she heard touchdown to the Chiefs as I sent her a video of this, but this is pretty sweet here. Just watched the documentary on Amazon about James Harris, Doug Williams. It's really awesome, but the conference is going well. We'll talk more about, you know, what we're doing. I may mic myself up for my panel, but that stuff always makes me so nervous because I'm so worried about things going on. I just want to focus on this conference, which is, well, how you doing? Good, good, good. So yeah, we are there. And look here. Look who I finally got to meet. Hey.
So great.
That's the Brooke Blaine from Arizona now. Finally got to meet her. So we're really, really excited. We'll be on a panel with her. And yeah, she's a 2-time speaker of the Player Development Conference. Will she be a speaker for the Player Development Summit? Hey, you know what? I probably should ask her while I'm here in person. I'll update you on that. But yeah, here's the setup. Right there, stage. It's a really good setup. Hey, if you're enjoying the video, you should consider giving to Shakeout. Shakeout is a nonprofit that's doing a lot of great things in the athlete space. So it's that time of the year. We got the holidays coming. A lot of you all are looking for your next place to give. Consider giving to Shakeout. The link is in the show notes. Check the rest of this video out. All right, so the conference just ended. Our panel ended a little while ago, and y'all, man, being on the panel with Brooke Blaine, TB, Reggie Calhoun, and Rashard Hall was incredible. I am gonna give you an update a little later when I get to my hotel. The hardest thing about the panel was they were dropping dimes, and I'm on the panel, I couldn't take notes, so I'm like having to put stuff to the memory. But yeah, that was an incredible, look at the Hall of Fame store right here. Hey, look at all these helmets. Let me stand next to where the hometown team, it's up there. Look at the Texans. All right, can y'all see? Yeah, anyway, here at the Hall of Fame, just finished the conference. Shout out to Classye James. What an incredible, incredible conference she's put on. Just inspirational. What she's done, what she continues to do, and what this will turn into. I am excited to come to an in-person conference because this is really inspiring me for the Player Development Summit, which will be in person next year. But this isn't about that. The athlete conference was great. It's just a lot. Took a lot of notes on what we can do to create the same energy, opportunity, networking, and just, man, the education. This was an incredible conference. So I'm gonna look at this team store, see what they have. This is pretty nice. Got some pretty cool stuff in here. But yeah, so thank y'all so much. And I don't know what I'm thanking y'all. I'm gonna do a breakdown video and I might do some stuff on the self-guided tour, but this is behind the scenes of the conference. I was gonna record myself doing the panel, but then I was just like, nah, I'm gonna just do the panel. So yeah, maybe you'll get some videos and some stuff. And people always look around. But yeah, thank y'all. You have a good one now.
Good job, brother.
All right, so everything's finished. You see stuff behind me, people moving around. But hey, Pro Football Hall of Fame. Got some pizza from Lee Angelo's, but just thinking about breaking down, today was incredible. A lot of incredible speakers, a lot of great opportunities for people, a lot of athletes getting impacted, specifically in the transition from athletics. I learned a lot. 2 pages of notes. I already talked about. Boom, 2 pages. I already talked about. I wanted to take notes during my panel because then they were dropping fire. So excited to be on that panel, but it's just like seeing athletes just getting poured into. Like right now, I'm seeing speakers talk to athletes, and people are connecting. Everybody's all about enhancing the life of athletes, and so this is awesome. Classye put on a classy event, no pun intended. It's really good. Vendors, speakers, learn so much. Learn about finances, mental health, overcoming adversity. TB did a session on branding and LinkedIn. She crushed it. Maybe she should do it for the Player Development Summit. She crushed it. Athletes in tech, transition. Got to see Derek Furlow and Samantha Card, people I know in this space that are doing great things. Got to meet other people as well. Shout out to our moderator, Antonio Boone, for our panel. I got to answer what is player development and how can it help athletes. And if you know anything about Player Development Pod, player development is the enhancement of athlete experience through holistic and intentional programs and initiatives. So I got to explain that or answer that. And then the other thing they asked me was how can athletes get ready for transition, and always break it down into the top 3 R's. Athletes should reflect on their career. They should lean on the relationships they've had and they built in college, whatever it may be, and then use the resources they have. There's a lot of resources available to athletes. Specifically, I worked in college football, so there's a lot of resources there, so I talked about that. Somebody asked a question about how can athletes, asked me how do athletes understand that the younger kids just want to get a handshake, whatever. I got to tell a pretty cool story where when I was 10, or getting athletes to understand that just a little time means so much to younger kids, younger athletes. And I know it's tough if you're on a level of LeBron where you can't, it just gets crazy, right? Some of y'all remember that story about the Aaron Judge and the Little League coach and all that, right? So it can get crazy, but I remember a story when I was about 10, I went to a celebrity basketball game and somebody walked past me. I played NFL, and another player came up and signed what I had for him. That person was Troy Vincent, who's the, I believe, executive vice president of the NFL, like the number 2 of the NFL. So that was a great story. And then in that same moment, the head coach at the University of Houston, where the game was being played, Alvin Brooks, he brought me around the facility, gave me a basketball, I got to wear a jersey and everything. So it's pretty cool. I got to work with him later on. I worked for the University of Houston. I got to tell him that story. So I got to answer that. And then another story I got to answer is getting athletes in the community impact. I got to tell a story about Grant Stewart and Appy Mane. What's up, Appy? So telling that story of how I challenged them to get in the community. They didn't respond initially, but they ended up doing it, and they had a great impact from that point on. So that was pretty big. So, Rashard, are you out here? And the man right there, the man, the myth, the legend.
I was waiting for. Not waiting for, but I had a book for you.
I appreciate it. What's up, man?
Already, blessing, man. Hey, man, this is my first conference since like popping off full time.
Yeah.
For you.
Look at this, y'all. Boom. Right here, in the flesh. Rashard Hall. Get used to the name. Did incredible things. Look at this.
Man.
There he is right here. I'm just doing a breakdown of how behind the scenes. I appreciate you, man.
Already, man. Where you staying? Are you staying at the downtown hotel?
Yeah, I'm going to be in Cleveland. Oh, I'm going back to Cleveland.
Oh, yeah.
Because I got an early flight.
What time you fly? I got a 6 a.m. 7.
Yeah.
So same way.
Yeah. All right, I'm in Cleveland. Back in Cleveland from Canton, about an hour drive. Went to go get something to eat. Went to a Jamaican restaurant, and they stopped making plates when I got there. So went to a nice little Mexican restaurant here near Gonna get some sleep and then heading home early tomorrow morning. So wanted to talk about the conference and the panels. A lot of great speakers. I got a lot of connecting to do with people on LinkedIn, with speakers, athletes. Once again, Classye, what an incredible, incredible conference. I learned so much there. But as far as the panel I was on, I'm just, these people are rock stars. Knowing to Brooke, finally gonna meet her, finally gonna meet Rashard, who's done incredible work at Clemson. Brooke did incredible work at San Jose State. Now she's doing it at Arizona. Rashard was at Clemson. Now he has his own company. Gave me a book. Y'all saw that. Got me a new book to read here. Scholar Athlete. How to become an elite athlete and professional. I mean, this is, yeah. I'm excited to dive into this. Man, this is. I'll say this, like I wrote a book, an ebook, 2 ebooks, and y'all, people put so much, what I'm learning from reading books is people put so much in books. I'll put a link to Rashard's book here. This thing has, my goodness. I mean, I'm just flipping through it and it's measure your success by how many you bless. Shout out to you, Rashard. Yeah. He breaks it down like basically like pregame warm-up dedication, pregame meal contents, first quarter your freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, and senior year. Like he's literally breaking down for you all that athlete development space, the 4 years of athlete, pregame speech. Yeah, I wanted it. The crazy part was when we were all meeting. Shout out to Antonio Boone, who was our moderator. We were all meeting in these Zoom meetings. I was like, hey, y'all, I want to sit down and talk to you all, get something for the podcast. But once we got off stage and after the conference, they were all talking to other people. And so I understand connections and things like that. I'll get them all on the pod some kind of way. We'll figure it out. Maybe someone want to sponsor the Beyond the Field podcast or the Player Development Pod, and I could just go and travel around the world and not only meet them, but other people in player development and player engagement, athlete development. So if you're wanting to sponsor, hit me up. But once again, what was I saying? Yeah, I wanted to get them all on to talk because I definitely wanted Rashard to talk about his book, but I'll talk about it. I'm going to read it and I'll put it on my page, Read by Ed. Some of you all know I have a YouTube page where I go over books. So this is already flipping through this. This is incredible. A lot of game. Like I said, I love the physical book. He got to hand them out and sign them. You know what? Yeah, for you all watching, like this video if you would like for me to make a handheld book. I'm working on one, honestly, because I love holding this book and being able to give this to someone. And it's just incredible. Instead of pages, he calls it play. So like page 113 is play 113. So once again, this is incredible. But I'm going to be writing me a book. It'll be here. So in the process of writing my 3rd book, one that you can hold. Let me know in the comments what you think that book's going to be. But thank you, Rashard. But going back, I took some notes, some memory notes of our panel. Our panel was so good. Like I literally was like, I wish I'd have brought a pen and paper up there. And so one thing Rashard talked about as you develop athletes is, number one, he broke them down into E's: provide education, provide experience, and then provide exploration. And so I thought that was really, really good. I think, so many times from the way I took it, so many times we talk to athletes about, hey, you should get this job. We provide education. We get the, person to come talk to the team, or we get them the internship or the externship. Maybe not internship, but the shadow. But like, can we provide experience? Then from there, can we go to exploration? So he said a lot of great things. He also talked just about, man, first of all, Rashard's voice is just like man, like he went to James Earl Jones Academy of Speaking. But he talked about the 3 E's, and then he just talked about his process, saying that he wanted to be known as, oh, you're Rashard Hall, you do this, that, you've done this, you help people this way. Oh, and then you were an All-American athlete at Clemson. And so I thought it was really good for athletes to hear that. So once again, that was great. TB, TB. Shout out to TB. She's got a company, Tackle, the Athlete Career Lab. She had a whole session outside of our panel talking about LinkedIn, and I learned stuff. I can always get better. The biggest room in the house is improvement. She talked about that, and a lot of people were like, hey, as she said, y'all need to do this, A lot of people were giving game on who knows you. Like, it's all who you know, but who knows you. If anybody follows me, y'all know I'll be on their LinkedIn strong. I mean, LinkedIn is just one of those places you got to go to. But she shared a lot there. She talked about the headline, the story. She talked about athletes posting 6 times in 6 months. And then she talked about how to follow someone, literally follow them, see them, and then connect. So she was giving game on that. Then she also talked about athletes finding their cause of their heart and then connecting with a nonprofit. So maybe she did an exercise that was really, really good, talking about how you take adversity, because she talked about Arian. Shout out to Arian and MJ from H-Town. They were there. She had a student athlete who had some, knee injuries, continue to have knee injuries, and it birthed his clothing line, Buried Alive. And so that was really, really good, like finding out what the cause of your heart is and then connecting that to a nonprofit, and then that kind of gets you going to where you can have a foundation or do some work in there as well. And then my guy Reggie Calhoun, doing I love Reggie's. Oh man, if y'all aren't following Reggie Calhoun, I love his mindset on NIL. It is not just brands or deals. He is talking about ownership and things that you can have for your life. How can you're not going to be an athlete forever. How can we navigate this for that? And so Reggie, once again, follow him. I'll put all their information here. Follow him. He has a lot, but he talked about how they have NIL, one of his athletes wants to be a veterinarian. They have NIL in different spaces, not just, oh, hey, I'm 7-Up, right? And I want 40, he helps, or he works for the NIL, the collective with the Colorado Buffaloes. I want 40 Buffaloes to be with 7-Up. Well, if it doesn't connect, it doesn't connect. And I thought that was really good. Then he talked about a career ecosystem where you're the founder of your work, because as athletes, you can't get jobs. And so he's talking about how, if you're the founder of your work, you create work. And he talked about working for yourself, right? A lot of people think, entrepreneurship, working for yourself. Oh, I can wake up whenever I want to. No, you're still working. You're working for yourself. But I love how he talked about creating a career ecosystem to where you can put things on a resume. Because he said he had to start as an entrepreneur because he didn't have a resume, and then he, transitioned there. But he's done a lot. Created a college that developed athletes. I mean, he was giving game. One thing he did mention, somebody asked a question about comparison, and I liked his aspect of like not necessarily being afraid of comparison. He said he used it in his life as a father where, okay, if they have that, are you working towards that? Like using it more to influence your actions than to just full out compare. I had heard a speaker, I want to say it was Jeremiah Brown. Shout out to Jeremiah Brown. He spoke at the Player Development Conference, talked about, and he had a reel where he talked about somebody got all their work done before 11 and then got on social media. So by the time they could look and in a sense compare with others, they had already got their work in, and they could say, oh, they did that, I'm gonna add that, right? So like for instance, I talked to Reggie, we talked before the deal, and I was like, hey, Reggie's doing a lot of reels. And for me, it's not like, oh, I'm competing with Reggie or comparing to Reggie. I was like, they're really hitting, I need to add reels. But I was able to do that because I was already doing work on my side. And so we had a real good conversation about that. And so the one thing I love about these spaces and conferences and summits, and when you're on a stage with elite minds in this space of developing athletes, is you learn so much. I learned so much, just got my mind just opened up. I learned stuff in other panels, but just wanted to take some time to shout out the people on the panel I was on with. It's 10:10 this time. The Colorado game just came on. Reggie, I got the Ohio State and Oregon game. That's what I was looking up. But I'm going to get some sleep. I got to get up early. Early flight back to the crib. So thank y'all for checking out this behind the scenes of the Athletes United Conference, Once again, shout out to Classye James. You did an incredible job. Thank you for putting this on. I'm excited to see where it grows. It was great seeing a lot of people. Derek Furlow. I saw Sam Card. Got to meet Johnny Adams. Something about those Spartans, man. It seems like if you go to Michigan State, you're going to do something great. I got to see some other people as well. And so it was really, really good. I'm really, really thankful for the opportunity to be here. And it was great being in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Like, that was incredible. I was like a kid. I think Coach JoJo, shout out to Kenny Smith, Coach JoJo, he did a great job of moderating or kind of, emceeing the entire event. And he talked about, when have we been back to being a kid again? So I went around the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and I basically was a kid again. And with the bust, I'm in there like, oh, snap. Because like those busts, if you've never been to Pro Football Hall of Fame, like they legit look like, first of all, Walter Jones might have the biggest bust I've ever seen in my life. But like they look like, you're like, oh, snap, that's Randy Moss. Like, or for me, it was great seeing Andre Johnson growing up in Houston, being a Texans fan. So yeah, that was a great experience. And the Athletes Unite Conference, we are out. Got me a hat. Hey, y'all have a good one. As always, go out and create generational impact. Don't wait, create that generational impact today. See y'all.